Guys, it's Becky Bamboo. Today is, excuse me, Monday, October 25th, 2010. It's actually my younger brother's birthday, so happy birthday! Um, this is my official week 17 post-op RNY Gastric bypass update video. That's a lot to spew out. Okay, so as you all know, I started my journey at 424 pounds. Today, let's see, last week I weighed 312, which was a total loss of 112 pounds. This week I am 307, which is a 5-pound loss from this last week, and a total of 117 pounds gone. I'm so excited. I'm 8 pounds away from Tutorland, you guys. I don't even know the last time I was in Tutorland. Tutorland, it's so funny, it's so cheesy, it's hilarious. But, excuse me, I'm really excited, so, I'll just go with Tutorland, because it's kind of fun. Hopefully within 2 weeks I'll hit it. That would be amazing to be down there in a couple more weeks. So I want to do a little update on, post 5K feelings, things along those lines. Some of you, well, not some of you, some people in my life have made comments about how the 5K is not that big a deal, and it was just walking, and, I don't know, things along those lines. And also, I've had a lot of people asking questions about, like, how do I feel after doing it, etc., etc. So I wanted to just share some thoughts and things. First of all, the overwhelming feeling that I have about this 5K is that I am super proud of myself. I set this goal a long time ago. I was pretty fresh post-op when I first said that I was going to do this, and to have come far enough to make it happen in a short period of time really makes me feel like anything is possible that I put my mind to. And I'm damn proud of it. I mean, I don't care if I just walked it. 17 weeks ago, walking it wasn't an option. It just wasn't. Not to mention, my whole life is different now. I was so scared of everything, and I would have been such a wreck going to something like this before surgery, and I probably wouldn't have even done it. I just wouldn't have even went. So, you know, I've come a long way, and I'm not going to be ashamed of the progress that I've made. And if people don't think that it's some big thing, then that's on them. But to me, this was a big process, and this was a big journey. And I put the work in to get my body to the point where I could physically handle doing this. Clearly, I didn't do enough for my feet to condition as well as they should have been. But, you know, we live, we learn. For those of you who don't know, I did end up getting blisters on my feet during the walk, so bad that that they broke open, and I bled in my socks, in my shoes, all the way through my shoes. You could see the blood from the outside. I didn't even know it was that bad, though, really, until I was done, and I sat down, and my cousin says to me, "Are you supposed to have red on your shoes anywhere?" I'm like, "No, they're blue." He's like, "Oh, well, you have red on your shoes." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" So I started looking, and sure enough, like, there was blood on my shoes. So that was kind of a bummer, but they're healing. My feet are healing. They're getting better every day. So do I regret doing it? No, not at all. And it's like I said to you guys before in my other video, like, my feet would have literally had to fall off before I was going to stop walking. That's just how I felt. Like, I didn't care how bad it hurt, how uncomfortable I was. I was finishing that thing. I had the opportunity to talk to someone who was there today. Karen, her name is Karen. She is my patient advocate from my surgeon's office. Actually, my surgeon and his whole staff was there, so that was really, really encouraging and nice to see. Every time I would pass them on the track or whatever, they'd all cheer for me, and the doctor would tell me I was doing great and things like that. And that made me feel really good, because I felt like they could actually see me in a physical environment to know that I'm not just bullshitting my way through this. Like, I'm really putting the work in. And I don't want them to think that I'm just like half-assed doing it. I want them to know that I'm going all the way. So hopefully that was enough to kind of reiterate to them that I am really pushing myself and doing well, and trying to change my life entirely. So that was fun. But anyway, I was talking to Karen today, and I mentioned to her how my whole group felt that the track was not measured appropriately, and that we ended up doing much more than 5K. And she said that the group of people she was with from the office, and like she had her mom there and her husband and her kids, and they all felt the same way, that it seemed like they were walking forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And essentially we were. It was a long walk. So I felt a lot better knowing that we weren't the only people like bitching about the distance. I thought it was rather unprofessional that the hospital who was running the show did not have this better mapped out, better marked out distance wise. I mean, this is a walk from obesity. I mean, it's the majority of people that were at this thing were relatively obese or had formerly been obese. And, to do it, if anything, I would have thought they would make it a little shorter than longer. But to make it over a mile longer was kind of ridiculous. So I was a little bit disappointed in that. But, I still pushed through, and probably had I not had to do that whole extra mile, my feet wouldn't have ended up as in bad of shape as what they did. And I think that's a lot of it, is that, I had my feet conditioned to do 3 miles and not 4 1/4. So anyway, Dudley. I hear the dog tearing up the bed. Anyway, so it was nice to chat with her and kind of find out that other people were kind of thinking along the same lines we were, and that it wasn't put together as well as it could have been. And it made me feel good that it wasn't my surgeon's office that was running the show. They were just there participating. And she thanked me for coming and bringing all my family and friends that I did, and showing my support. And to me, it felt like such an opportunity to give back to people who had given to me. I mean, the surgeon has given me new life. Yes, it's his job, and yes, he's paid well for it, but it doesn't matter. It's still a wonderful gift that he gave me. And, the people at his office don't have to be as kind and nice and considerate and concerned and everything that they are. They truly do make this process what it is for us. And Karen in particular has been a huge supporter of me throughout the whole process and the whole journey. And, I mean, she will look me up on Facebook all the time just to ask me how I'm doing. Do I need anything? They have a lot of patients. They don't have to do that. So for them to take time out of their day to check in on me is really nice. It's really, really nice. So I felt like, it was my duty as a patient of their office to be at this thing, to be an advocate for what this surgery can do for you if you put in what you want to get out of it. So it was a lot of fun to be there. I can't wait until next year. I hope to get even more people involved. I hope to raise more money for the cause. I think it's a great cause, and I think the more awareness we can put out there about it, the better off we all will be in the end. So yeah, so that's kind of the recap. How am I feeling? I have to tell you guys, I am emotionally destroyed after this. It kind of hit me about the middle of the road on Saturday when I was walking. I hit the middle, and at that point is on the track was where kind of my family was as supporters. A lot of the people that were with me ran the 5K, so they were done. They finished about the time I got to the halfway point. And so a lot of them were there cheering me on, and I got past that point, and I just took this big breath, and the Missouri River was just to my left, and it was just such a beautiful day. The sun was shining. It's fall. There's a million colors of leaves all over at this beautiful park. This beautiful warm breeze in my face. I mean, it was just like the perfect moment. And I took a deep breath, and I just was thinking to myself, like, I'm doing this. I'm really doing this. And I started kind of reflecting as I was walking, and listening to my tunes, and I started to think, what an amazing journey this has been, 17 weeks. And I really felt like every step I was taking was a step away from my past, away from the pain, away from everything that I have felt so trapped related to my weight. And I just felt like this was um, really me moving forward in my life, and I felt like at that point, like, I didn't need to look back anymore. I don't need to look back and remember um, how bad I felt. I just need to focus on the forward and what's ahead of me and all the good things that I can accomplish. And, each step I took, my feet were on fire, absolutely burning off. But I just kept focusing on the fact that I worked hard to get here, and I will finish this. And it's one step in front of the other, and I will get to where I'm going. No matter how long it takes me to get there, I will finish. And, it didn't even take me that long. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to do 4.25 miles. I don't think that's bad. I'm not ashamed of that. But yeah, I'm definitely emotionally pretty well spent from this. I felt like everything that I had, I left out there at that park. Uh, it was such a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for me, and I feel so blessed that I kind of grabbed the bull by the horns and took advantage of getting to prepare for this process, and getting to having a goal in mind to work towards. That's a big thing I wanted to comment on today, is that I really believe that we all need to have goals, and smaller goals, not necessarily huge goals. I mean, we all have huge goals with the amount of weight that we want to lose and things like that, but these smaller goals, like being able to walk a 5K for me in public with other people, was a huge thing. I mean, I didn't realize it until I crossed that finish line, how big that was to me, and how important it felt to finish that and to finish it strong. And it just made me realize, like, okay, I got to start to decide, I got to start to think about what's going to be my next goal. I need to have a new fitness goal of what can I do next to prepare for, to keep me motivated to move the next however many months. Because definitely over the last couple of months, knowing the 5K was coming up kept me going. It kept me saying, I've got to go hit the elliptical today because I need to keep my legs strong. I've got to get out and walk today because I got to get my legs strong. It just really has kept me motivated to be in the gym. So I've got to find something new now, a new project, I guess you could say, to keep me going in the right direction on this. And so that's where I'm at. I'm asking for suggestions from my favorite YouTubers. What are your suggestions? You all know the kinds of things that I do, the things that I like to do. I had a friend suggest to me to sign up with her to walk the St. Louis Half Marathon. That's going to be a year from now, which is next October. I am not recovered from this 5K enough to mentally be prepared to make that commitment yet. But definitely it's rolling around in my head. She says, I don't run them. She started doing 5Ks, and she's done a half marathon, and she said, I walk. Sometimes I jog, sometimes I walk, sometimes I jog, most of the time I walk. She's been on a weight loss journey herself, just diet and exercise changes, and she looks fantastic. And she said, I really would like for you to come do this with me. And it scares me. It definitely scares me because, 13 miles is a long way to walk. I just did 4 and my feet damn near fell off. But, is it possible? Do I feel like it's possible for me to get to that point in a year? Yeah, I think I could get to that point in a year where I could comfortably walk 13 miles. And what an accomplishment that would be, to finish a marathon. And it's like she said to me, she said, it's not about running it or walking it. It's about the fact that you are propelling your body with your strength the same distance as everybody else. She said, if they run it, let them run it. If that's what they like, let them do it. She said, I don't like to run. I'm not a runner. I walk. She said, so, am I ashamed of it takes me, 4 times as long to finish it as what it does to take for them to run it? No, because I still went the same distance. I still worked hard. I still feel great about it. And I think that's a real positive attitude to have. And she's pretty encouraging. So that's where I'm at. I'm kind of considering that one. But I want to hear your suggestions. So send them my way, you guys. I hope you're doing fantastic. Have a great week. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye-bye.